Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Since I couldn't find a short and simple, yet comprehensive tutorial about RDS farms, I took upon myself to create one. If this is what you were looking for, stay tuned. These are the steps in this tutorial. Install primary RDS server, install secondary RDS server, configure DNS records, install remote desktop gateway, install certificates, publish remote app programs, and configure roaming profiles. This is the structure of the tutorial lab. 4 servers, domain controller, remote desktop gateway, and 2 terminal servers, 2 clients, 1 domain member in the local LAN, and 1 external client that will connect with the remote desktop gateway. The router is an Ubuntu machine with 2 interfaces and 2 IP table rules. Not for the LAN, and IP forward that will forward port 443 to the RDG. The first step in building an RDS farm is installing the primary terminal servers. We go to Manage, Add Roles and Features, Remote Desktop Services Installation, Standard Deployment, Session-Based Desktop Deployment, we add the server as an RD connection broker, web access, RD session host, and deploy. After the installation completed, we will create a collection. Go to Remote Desktop Services, Collections, create Session Collection. I will call it Collection 1. I will add the primary terminal as RD session host. I created in advance RDS users group in the Active Directory, and I will use it here. Do not enable user profile disks, because in this example I will use a traditional roaming profiles. Next, create. And that's it. Now that we have a collection, we can add servers to the farm. Go to Manage, Add Servers, add the server and click OK. Go to Remote Desktop Services, Collections, Host Servers, add RD Session Host Servers, choose the server we added earlier. Next. And it's going to take some time because Remote Desktop Services will be installed in this server, so I will pause the video. After the installation of Remote Desktop Services completed successfully on the secondary server, we can add it to the collection. Go to Collection 1, the collection we created, under Host Servers, Tasks, add RD Session Host Servers, add the server we installed Remote Desktop Services on, click Next, and we have an RDS farm with 2 host servers. To enable load balancing between the servers in the farm, we have to create round-robin DNS records for the host servers. The farm name will be rds.example.local, and we will create A records for each server from the farm name to its IP address. The farm name is RDS, and the IP address of the first server is 192.168.168.4. And the IP address of the second RDS server is 192.168.168.5. Now we'll install Remote Desktop Gateway. In the primary RDS server, go to Manage, Add Servers, and choose the server on which we want to install Remote Desktop Gateway. In Remote Desktop Services, click Add RD Gateway, choose the server we added earlier, we have to enter a name for the self-signed SSL certificate. It doesn't really matter because we are going to replace it later. Let's give the server name, click Next, and Add. After the installation completed successfully, we have to go to the RDG server, go to Tools, Remote Desktop Gateway Manager, go to Policies, and under Network Resource, choose Allow users to connect to any network resource. The reason is that we don't want RDG to block connections to the farm name, which is not a computer account in Active Directory. We have to issue two certificates. One for the RDS farm in the local domain, and one for the RDG with global external domain. Let's start with the RDS certificate. In MMC, add remove snap-in, certificates computer account, under personal, all tasks, advanced operations, create custom request, proceed without enrollment policy, edit the properties, friendly name RDS, subject common name is the name of the farm in the local domain, and DNS is a wildcard because the farm name is RDS, the member servers are RDS1, RDS2, etc. Extensions, key usage, digital signature and key encipherment, extended key usage, server authentication. This is a standard SSL certificate. Private key options, key size 2048, and it's very important to make the private key exportable. Let's save the request file. Open a browser and browse to the Domain Certification Authority. Request a certificate, advanced certificate request. Let's copy the contents of the request file. The template is web server, download certificate, in MMC, under personal certificates, all tasks, import. Let's choose the certificate we downloaded, next, and finish. Now we have to export the certificate, all tasks, export. Yes, export the private key. Enter a password. Choose a file name. And we have 3 files. One is the certificate request. Second, the CER file is the certificate file. The third file, PFX file, is the certificate and the private key. We also have to issue a certificate for the RDG. In the RDG server, go to MMC, add remove snap-in, certificates computer account, all tasks, advanced operations, create custom request, proceed without enrollment policy, friendly name RDG, common name will be a public domain because the RDG is accessible from the internet and the DNS the same. Extensions, digital signature, key and cipherment, server authentication, private key, key size 2048, Mac private key exportable, and save the request file. In a production environment, you will deliver this request file to a public certification authority. In our example, I will sign this certificate with the local domain certification authority. Request a certificate, advanced certification request, copy the contents of the request file, certificate template, web server, download certificate, import the certificate, and export the certificate. Yes, export the private key. The certificate was exported successfully. Now we have to install the certificates on the primary RDS server. Go to Remote Desktop Services, under Deployment Overview, Tasks, Edit Deployment Properties, go to Certificates. For the RD Connection Broker, we will install the RDS certificate, and for the RD Gateway, we will install the RDG certificate. Choose Select Existing Certificate. Let's choose the RDS PFX file. Enter the password. OK, and apply. Repeat the process. Apply. And once again for the RD Gateway. And OK. We also have to install the RDS certificate on the other farm member servers. In MMC, add remove snap-in, certificates, computer account, under personal, import, choose the PFX RDS file, enter the password, and finish. Now open PowerShell as admin. Enter this command. Copy the certificate thumbprint, paste it into the second command, and run it in PowerShell. We will configure remote applications on the RDG because we want the apps to be available also for external users. Go to Remote Desktop Services, add RD Web Access Servers, choose the RDG, next, add, close, remove RD Web Access Servers. We will remove RDS01, edit deployment properties, certificates, choose RD Web Access, select existing certificate, choose the RDG PFX file, apply, OK, and in the collection in this simple example, let's publish calculator. Next, and publish. In an RDS farm, clients are load balanced between member servers. We want their profiles to be the same regardless of the specific member server they are currently connected to. And for that reason, we want to configure roaming profiles. The first step is to create a shared folder. I will call it data. I will share the folder and give permission to RDS users. And in security tab also. And in Active Directory, choose the users that you want roaming profiles to be applied on. Click on Properties, Profiles, Profile Path. Enter the path of the shared folder and username between percentages. Let's test the RDS farm. First, we will try to connect directly from a computer on the local LAN. In the client computer, type mstsc to open remote desktop connection. Type the farm name rds.example.local. We will try to connect with user 1. Enter the password. OK. And we connected successfully. No certificate warnings. Next, we will try to connect from external computer through RDG. To make it work, I had to do the following steps. Enter the RDG public address into the hosts file. Install the domain CA certificate in the client computer. And add the registry entry to tell a remote desktop client to ignore evocation list. In a production environment, you will use the registered domain and a certificate issued by a public CA, and these steps will not be necessary. Let's open MSTSC. Show options. Advanced. Use this RD Gateway server settings. Server name is the public address of the remote desktop gateway. Computer name is the internal address of the farm. And this time I will connect with user 2. First, we have to enter credentials to connect to the RDG. Now we have to enter credentials to connect to the RDS. And again, we connected successfully. No certificate warning from the RDG or from the remote server. I also want to test the load balancing. Go to Remote Desktop Services. Go to the collection. We see that user 1 is connected to RDS1 and user 2 is connected to RDS2, so load balancing is working. I also want to test the roaming profiles. In the shared data folder, we have roaming profile for user 1 and roaming profile for user 2. Finally, let's test remote apps. Open web browser and browse to the public address of the remote gateway. sign in. Let's download the Calculator remote app. Open the file with Notepad. We have to make some changes. Instead of RDS01, we will use RDS, which is the name of the farm, and the gateway host name is the public address of the RDG. Let's connect. Enter password again. And it is working.